What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Um, Today is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, the 26th of April. I'm going to be looking at GBP and Euro. Yesterday's price action, was it yesterday's? No, today's price action threw me off a lot. On Dixie, I was anticipating more bullishness, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if you watched my previous video, but yeah, I was anticipating bullishness on this order block here. However, you can see price traded through it aggressively, leaving it behind and taking out these lows. Again, the condition of the markets, I'm not really surprised. We're like considerably choppy right now. So at this point, it's just a matter of, to be honest, I wouldn't be trading at all. But in terms of, analysis and watching what's going on, I think it's a good time to be, trying to understand the technical aspects of it all, especially if you're an ICT student. So that's why I'm here, just to speculate. Here's my drawings right now. So this is, let me mark out the days clearly. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday. Cool. So if this is going to be like an actual, like a normal, I say normal week, like a typical week, this in a typical week, the high or low of the week tends to get made on a Tuesday, so this could be seen as the low of the week, and then we'd want to look for potential targets for buy side liquidity, and we do have this high up here. This red line, let me show you what I have marked out on a weekly. Right, so as you can see, we are still trading in the week commencing 10th of April's range. So what I did was I marked the high, the low, and the midpoint to work out where we are within that range. And that's what you see here. So we've got the high, the low, and then the midpoint of that entire week's range. And this will be considered buy side. So I'm going to just change that. And then if we drop down to the daily, we can have a better look. As you can see, a lot of gyration between, premium, discount, premium, discount, premium, discount, premium, which is a considerable amount of consolidation. And if we drop down to the 4 hour, we'll see where we are at now. So what I've done is I've marked out this fair value gap created yesterday on the 4 hour, and I've dragged it through because this is a bearish fair value gap, and as you can see, we traded through that today aggressively, and now we've come down and traded to it again. If we are to continue bullish, I'd like to see price respect it and then trade higher into the buy side resting up here. Also, you'll recognize that this is the 50% level which I talked about on the weekly. We can see how price, is clearly like flipping between that as like a reference point, which is also supportive of potential bullishness. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to mark the 50% level of this, which happens to be Sunday's opening, and that would be the lowest I'd expect price to trade to before expanding higher. So let's drop down to an hourly. Let me mark out make a different color as well. Make it orange. Yep, so this is Sunday's open. Let me just mark that out. Sunday opening. There you go. This is, and then this is 50% of the weekly trading range that we're in. Put that here, like so. Cool. So now I'm going to mark the 50% of this fair value gap or liquidity void. Well, to be honest, it's already marked by the Sunday opening, so we don't really need to do that. So we'll drop down to an hourly and have a look at what we can see. We can see in London, we traded aggressively higher. And then as we hit New York, price started to consolidate a lot more and fall quite, and had quite a high resistance fall into a retracement. To be honest, I'm expecting consolidation for the rest of the day. I wouldn't expect much more, and then tomorrow I'd like to see it dip down to this 50% level, to the 50% level of the liquidity void or fair value gap, and trade higher from then on. That would be a pretty much perfect setup, realistically. As you can see, this looks like some engineered liquidity, so I wouldn't be surprised if price traded higher, consolidated, and used that to get taken out tomorrow. So I'm going to mark that out as sell side. And basically I'd want to be buying from below sell side and then releasing my stops above the target, which would be up here. And then half of my stop, I could release some here and release some here. Some of my position, that is, assuming I was going to trade tomorrow. Demo account. Trade demo account, guys. What was it going to do? Let me move this to the front. Cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it on pound. There's not really much more. I mean, obviously we have a nice fair value gap here, which I can see getting traded to tomorrow potentially as well, or even during the depending on how quick price wants to get down there, this could happen during Asia. So I will mark that out as target, but I wouldn't be surprised if price traded lower than that into these levels delineated by these red lines. So yeah, let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, you can see we've had a very jagged afternoon session, well, New York session compared to London, which was pretty incredible. Cool, so let's take a look at Euro, GBP. How long have we been going for? We've been going for 7 minutes, great. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Right, I'm going to just start fresh. Let's start from the weekly and work our way down. Right, so Euro's been trading aggressively higher compared to GBP, and I have had my eye on this volume imbalance for a while now as its target on the weekly, so I'll keep that marked out. Let's make it blue. We've taken out this high here already this week, but that doesn't mean that is no reason to think that it wouldn't continue to push higher into this imbalance, which which I'm expecting some kind of turnaround from. And I will also mark the 50% of this wick as a potential target, 11159. That's consequent encroachment. And we'll drop down to the daily and see. So yeah, similarly to GBP, we've been very consolidated, although it has clearly shown a lot more bullishness, as in trading above these highs here. And the 4 hour, wow. So if we mark out the same 4 hour gap left behind here as we did on GBP, I believe that's the same. We can look at that as, you know what, let's use this. This is what we should really be looking at. So there's clearly this massive liquidity void left behind today on the 4 hour. I'll mark the 50% level of this, and I'm also going to mark the 25% level as it's possible price won't even reach down to this 50% level depending on how bullish we are. So that's 1.1019, and we'll make that blue. So these are two levels I'd expect price to potentially trade down to. Obviously here, and then if we're bullish, it shouldn't trade any lower than the 25% level. And obviously Euro's showing a lot more strength than GBP in general today, so that suggests that it may not want to reach down into this 50% level tomorrow. So let's look at the 1 hour. Just below this 25% level there is a nice fair value gap. I'll mark that as a potential target. And I'm expecting this this fair value gap to probably get filled during Asia. But yeah, similarly, now my stance has basically just changed to bullish. Yesterday I was bearish purely because of where we were with the dollar, and then after seeing and taking another look at how price is trading, it does appear that we are going to want to start to push up into the higher regions, as in reaching for these reaching for the 1.11 level with euro, and then GBP, what have we got as a target? The 1.255 level. That's pretty much all from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Sweet.